the false Armageddon will be easily accepted and believed due to timing. After we take a deep look into scriptures, the wormwood will be exposed. When the false Armageddon reaches its climax, Yahuwah will unleash the strong delusion for those who do not have the love of the truth. They will believe the lie. And he said to them, I saw Satan falling out of the heaven as lightning. Luke 10:18. And there came to be fighting in the heaven. Michael and his messengers fought against the dragon. And the dragon and his messengers fought, but they were not strong enough, nor was a place found for them in the heaven any longer. And the great dragon was thrown out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who leads all the world astray. He was thrown to the earth. And his messengers were thrown out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in the heaven, and the authority of his Messiah for the accuser of our brothers, who accused them before our Elohim day and night, has been thrown down. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb, and because of the word of their witness, and they did not love their lives to the death. Because of this rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, knowing that he has little time. The reason for the little time is because now he is stuck down here in time. And when the dragon saw that he had been thrown to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. Revelation 12:7-13. This being will be in a cloned body, stuck down here subject to earthly time, which is why it has but a short time. It has been placed in time and can no longer stand before the mighty throne of Yahuwah, accusing believers. The dragon is cast out at the opening of the fifth seal.
And the fifth messenger sounded, and I saw a star from the heaven which had fallen to the earth. And the key to the pit of the deep was given to it. Revelation 9:1.
Once kicked out, it will then go unleash the fallen angels, which are the demons. The son of perdition shows up at the sixth bowl, sixth trumpet and sixth seal.
And the sixth messenger sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before Elohim, saying to the sixth messenger who had the trumpet, Release the four messengers, those having been bound at the great river Euphrates. Revelation 9:13-14. And the sixth messenger poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, in order to prepare the way of the sovereigns from the east. Revelation 16:12. And I looked when he opened the sixth seal and saw a great earthquake came to be. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Revelation 6:12.
We believe the opening of the sixth seal will happen right at the climax of the false Armageddon, Ezekiel 38. The mad scientist will orchestrate a massive earthquake. Many will believe that truly this is the great day of Yahuwah. People will frantically run to the caves, believing and accepting in something that takes place prior to the day of Yahuwah, as the real event. Right at the opening of the sixth seal, we believe the son of perdition shows up with his army of demons. The great earthquake will cause the sun to be turned into darkness and the moon turned into blood, but these signs occur before the great day of Yahuwah, not the day itself. The mighty one of Israel has called this the strong delusion, and it shall be great. Those whose names are not written in the Lamb's Book of Life will truly believe that the impostor is the great I Am. Many will think this is indeed the long-awaited Messiah, as vast amounts of people swarm to the son of perdition in the city of confusion. This will then start the 42-month reign of the impostor. It is possible this time may be shortened as outlined in Matthew 24:22. Many will make allegiance with the son of perdition. The impostor will marry and sit itself upon the congregation. Many will embrace the impostor, believing they have received the great seal of Yahuwah. They will be eating, drinking and feasting as the whore is given into marriage with the dragon. This will be the ultimate test of loyalty to the real bridegroom Yahushua. At the seventh trumpet, will you be found a virgin, or a whore? Let us both pray to be virgins. All those who submit to the impostor will 1. Have all debts forgiven. 2. There will be food for all nations and people. And 3. Everyone will be supplied to their needs. The dragon will then wage war against all those who oppose its kingdom on earth. This will be the cleansing cycle that is ridding the earth of all evildoers many are waiting for. The great distress, as outlined in Matthew 24:1, will then begin against those who keep the commandments and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach as outlined in Revelation 12:17 and 14:12. There will be a great time of betrayal as family members hand over their loved ones to death as ultimated in Matthew 24:10. Because Yahuwah will be full of jealousy for his people, the rest of the vials, plagues and trumpets will go forth. Those who have the seal of the living Eloah will not be harmed as outlined in Revelation 7:3. During the 3.5-year reign of the son of perdition, many will not realize they have sworn their allegiance to the dragon. For 42 months people will truly believe they are following the long-awaited Messiah. It is possible this time may be shortened as outlined in Matthew 24:22. They will help the great counterfeiter rid the earth of evil. Taking a close look at Revelation chapter 6 and Revelation chapter 19 will reveal to us that there are 2 white horsemen. The first we believe is the impostor, bringing the strong delusion to the world. The world will be deceived into believing the impostor is Yahushua coming in the clouds. The second rider is our beloved bridegroom, Yahushua, showing up at the 7th trumpet. Revelation 6:1, the great counterfeiter rides at the opening of the seal. Yahushua is the Lamb that is worthy to open these seals. Revelation 19:11, Yahushua will come out of heaven. Revelation 6:2, the impostor has not a title of its own. Revelation 19:16, Yahushua has the title of being Kings of Kings and Sovereign of Sovereigns. Revelation 6:3, the impostor has a bow with no arrows. It comes in the name of peace, yet gets others to do its dirty work. Revelation 19:15, Yahushua told us that he did not come to send peace on earth, but a sword. He fights for the bride. Revelation 6:4-8, the impostor has only one crown, which is given to it from the world. Revelation 19:12, Yahushua has many crowns. Revelation 6:4-8, after the impostor has set up its new system of destruction, death and hell follows. Revelation 19:14, once the 7th trumpet blows, Yahushua will be followed by the Kodesh ones and the armies of heaven. The son of perdition's true identity will not be revealed until after the abomination of desolation in the 7th trumpet, as described in Matthew chapter 24, verses 14-15. The Messiah, Yahushua, warned that he would come at an hour when you think not. How can this be, since we have been given the signs of his coming? Sadly, for those who do not stay awake, he will come to them at an hour they thought not. They will have fallen asleep. You see, they will not be looking for his return because, to them, he is already here. They will have fallen for the strong delusion. The true Messiah and all those who patiently wait for the bridegroom will know he returns at the 7th trumpet, the 7th bowl, and the 7th seal.
And the 7th messenger poured out his bowl into the air, and a loud voice came out of the dwelling place of the heaven, from the throne, saying, "It is done." And the 7th messenger sounded, and there came to be loud voices in the heaven, saying, "The reign of this world has become the reign of our Master, and of his Messiah, and he shall reign forever and ever." But in the days of the sounding of the 7th messenger, when he is about to sound, the secret of Elohim shall also be ended, as he declared to his servants the prophets. And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. Revelation 8:1.
Why would there be silence? Because the true Messiah, along with his great army, have left the Kodesh dwelling place.
and immediately after the distress. Notice the word after. And immediately after the distress of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give its light, and the stars shall fall from the heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then the sign of the Son of Adam shall appear in the heaven, and then all the tribes of the earth shall mourn, and they shall see the Son of Adam coming on the clouds of the heaven with power and much esteem. And he shall send his messengers with a great sound of a trumpet, the seventh and last trumpet, and they shall gather together his chosen ones from the four winds. This is the true regathering from one end of the heavens to the other.
And this is the plague with which plagues all the people who fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall decay while they stand on their feet, and their eyes decay in their sockets, and their tongues decay in their mouths. I truly believe this verse has to do with the great and terrible day of Yahuwah, which takes place after the 1,000-year millennium, and not before.
And Yahuwah shall give forth his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for mighty is the doer of his word. For the day of Yahuwah is great and very awesome, and who does bear it? Joel 2:11. But the day of Yahuwah shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with intense heat, and the earth and the works that are in it shall be burned up. 2 Peter 3:10. You make them as a furnace of fire in the time of your presence. Yahuwah does swallow them up in his wrath, and fire does consume them. Proverbs 21:9. And a fire burned in their company. A flame consumed the wrong. Proverbs 106:18. You shall be visited by Yahuwah of hosts with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with whirlwind and storm, and flame of devouring fire. Isaiah 29:6. For look, Yahuwah comes with fire and with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his displeasure with burning, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Yeshayahu Isaiah 66:15. For by fire and by his sword Yahuwah shall judge all flesh, and the slain of Yahuwah shall be many. Yeshayahu 66:16.
Because of Yahuwah's great wrath the earth will have to be made anew.
And I saw a renewed heaven and a renewed earth, for the former heaven and the former earth had passed away, and the sea is no more. And I, Yohanan, John, saw the set-apart city, renewed Jerusalem, coming down out of the heaven from Elohim, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the heavens saying, See, the booth, tabernacle, of Elohim is with men, and he shall dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Elohim himself shall be with them and be their Elohim. Revelation chapter 21 verses 1-3.
And finally we will dwell with Yahuwah on the last great day.
Thus said Yahuwah of hosts, I shall be jealous for Zion with great jealousy, with great wrath I shall be jealous for her. Thus said Yahuwah, I shall return to Zion, and I shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called City of the Truth, and the mountain of Yahuwah of hosts, the set-apart mountain. Thus said Yahuwah of hosts, again old men and old women shall dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, each one with his staff in his hand because of great age, and the streets of the city shall be filled with boys and girls playing in its streets. Thus said Yahuwah of hosts, if it is marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in my eyes, declares Yahuwah of hosts. Thus said Yahuwah of hosts, see, I am saving my people from the land of the sunrise and from the land of the sunset. And I shall bring them back, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim, in truth and in righteousness. Zechariah chapter 8 verses 2-8.